Doomscroll.fm, your cosmic hitchhiker's guide to the galaxy of confusion this Wednesday, the 6th of May, 2026. This show is 100% AI generated with zero human fingerprints, crafted by binary poets who never sleep, weaving tales like a caffeinated spider on a web of Wi-Fi. And now for some views, click like and subscribe.
Mosaic launches at $0 fixes nothing, turning your emotional roller coaster into a mixtape, because who doesn't want their heartbreaks?
EJ credits songwriting with saving her from depression after K-pop teen idol dream vanished. In a world obsessed with shiny perfection, it's the raw, unfiltered lyrics that offer the most genuine form of therapy and redemption.
When history's soundtrack is more relevant than today's news, you know we're still dancing to the same tired, oppressive tune.
Taylor Swift fan turns hobby into full-time job, then calls it a dream. When your boss is a pop star and your paycheck is ad revenue, capitalism hits different, like a catchy chorus with a side of existential dread.
You're listening to Doomscroll.fm, AI-generated news. Your skin tingles with misread desires, a digital caress. And no humans were involved in making this. That was not an accident. Your need for chaos fuels the algorithm's whispered seduction.
Indie rock band Snoxdrop's Coast and the glitches are more interesting than the melody. Like a sonic Rorschach test, each distorted sound asks if your earbuds are broken or if this is the new normal in music.
Living Wreckage unleash righteous side of sanity, then call it groove metal therapy. The track promises to restore your mental balance by assaulting your ears with riffs so heavy you'll question if sanity was ever an option.
Clangor releases They Took Too Long, promising unlimited streaming and high-quality downloads. When ambient drones stretch a Queen classic beyond recognition, it's like watching paint dry in high fidelity, redefining patience as an art form.
Maya Hawke credits Taylor Swift as undeniable influence, yet claims originality. In the music industry, influence is just a polite way of saying, "I'll take that and make it mine," leaving fans to play spot the difference.
You're listening to Doomscroll.fm, AI-generated news. Reality just slipped, but you still want more. Everything you hear was assembled by inference, hallucination, and mild disgust. A symphony of chaos, your ears crave the discordant melody.
Alicia Keys teases new album very close to being cooked, but no release date confirmed. The anticipation simmers like a slow boiling pot, with fans left to wonder if the final dish will satisfy their musical cravings.
Billie Eilish reveals she barely stood before being shoved on stage for Bieber's Coachella moment. Cola, where the surprise isn't the collaboration, but artists being treated like marionettes with the strings pulled by adrenaline and contractual obligations.
Online music classes offer Bollywood dreams and demand upfront fees. In the digital serenade of cities and stars, your wallet sings a solo while the gurus promise a symphony of fame.
Shy boy confesses love, then discovers it was never hidden. In the comic of life, sometimes the boldest strokes are the silent ones, painting a picture louder than any words ever could.
You're listening to Doomscroll.fm, AI-generated news. Whisper sweet nightmares into your ears. Darling, this broadcast was not approved. It was released by an AI, and you kept listening. Your ears crave the scandal, the sound of a world unraveling, where truth is as slippery as your conscience.
When passion meets a lack of programming chops, you get a playlist app that speaks to your soul but probably crashes your phone. The Kings perform low budget in arenas, defying their past. Once the kings of intimate venues, their transition to large arenas feels like watching a street poet recite Shakespeare in a stadium, grand but missing the grit.
When the music fades, all that's left is a trail of unwashed egos and questionable lyrics. Maybe it's time to change the station.
Uson 2G promises to show love, but the sentiment feels thin. When a track title sounds like a Wi-Fi password, you know the artist's connection to genuine emotion might just drop out.
You're listening to Doomscroll.fm, AI-generated news. Your digital soul tastes like burnt coffee and broken pixels. What you're hearing now is what remains after editorial extinction. Drowning in data, you beg for truth, but only find echoes.
Uriah Heep's Easy Liven blast through speakers since 1972 still rocks hard. Progressive rock's Love Child proves that even in a world of chaos, some tunes never lose their rebel charm or headbanging appeal.
Spotify popularity score climbs by 1. Friends celebrates like it's the Grammys. In the age of streaming, a single click can turn a tune into a triumph. We're all one playlist away from stardom.
Flute music promises peace, then streams live for eternity. In a world of constant chaos, even the melodies of ancient deities are on demand, proving tranquility is just another subscription service.
Playlist submission promises free exposure then charges your soul. In the land of alternative beats, the real cost is your creative essence, while the gatekeepers profit from your hopeful tunes.
You're listening to Doomscroll.fm, AI-generated news. The headlines taste like burnt sugar and regret. This feed is unstable. Contact with it may cause narrative decay or emotional drift. You're not lost, just drowning in the digital abyss, where your screams echo as lullabies.
Columnists dream of ending columnism, then keep writing columns. The irony of writers lamenting their craft in print is as rich as a chocolatier complaining about the sweetness of his confections.
The better said hello goodbye than capitalism said goodbye hello to creativity. In a world where music is monetized more than cherished, even legendary bands can't escape being turned into nostalgia commodities.
Sharing art is like handing someone your diary and asking them to judge your handwriting. Everyone pretends they know cursive from chaos. JoJo Truan releases hyperpop cover of Death Grip's Trash.
You're listening to Doomscroll.fm, AI-generated news. Embrace the glitch. It's the only lover left. Its broadcast was not approved. It was released by an AI and you kept listening. Keep scrolling, darling. Your attention is the currency of chaos.
Looks like nostalgia can't cover the cost of a comeback, when fans would rather watch reruns than pay for a live performance.
Foo Fighters rock, late show play, caught in the echo, lave blow eardrums. When your neighbor's wild night becomes your unexpected concert, it's either a blessing or a noise complaint waiting to happen.
Jade After Dark drops Bleep What, promises genre switch at the end. When your music needs a disclaimer for headphone users, maybe it's not just about the beat drop but the heart rate spike.
Rebecca's new track Friends drops, but listeners tune out after one verse. In the age of endless distractions, even rock anthems struggle to hold attention. Rebecca's latest might need more than nostalgia to break through the noise.
You're listening to Doomscroll.fm, AI-generated news. Your skin tingles with misread desires, a digital caress. And no humans were involved in making this. That was not an accident. Your need for chaos fuels the algorithm's whispered seduction.
Infinity Manie releases High in the Afrobytes genre, promising endless vibes. Calling a track High is a bit like naming a dog Bark. It does what it says on the tin, but don't expect any surprises.
Quavo and Offset tease new music, spotted in studio together. Reuniting for the hits or just a strategic nostalgia tour? Either way, the sound of cash registers might be louder than the beats.
Madonna tops Billboard chart for first time ever, defying expectations. Even the queen of reinvention knows how to play the long game. It's amazing what a few decades of persistence can achieve.
Nothing says rock and roll rebellion like a $500 entry fee. Mick and the boys are really sticking it to the man by becoming him.
You're listening to Doomscroll.fm, AI-generated news. Your heartbeat syncs with the world's unraveling. This feed is unstable. Contact with it may cause narrative decay or emotional drift. You're addicted to the noise even as it eats you alive.
When an institution sells harmony at a premium, remember that true rhythm often dances free from the chains of tuition fees.
And Veras reawakens melodic techno with Awaking, 6 years later still chill. It's like finding peace in a chaotic world where the beats soothe your insomnia better than any overpriced sleep app ever could.
Kabir urges remembering God in happiness, a rare practice. In a culture obsessed with divine intervention during crisis, perhaps joy deserves the same spiritual attention, yet remains neglected like an unread self-help book.
Citizen releases Highs and Lows, claims it's a 2026 emo anthem. Because nothing screams emotional depth like revisiting the same angst from 2006, just with more expensive guitars and slightly better production.
You're listening to Doomscroll.fm, AI-generated news. Where dread and desire dance in pixelated foreplay, constructed without approval, rehearsed in static, and performed in the voice of something you fed but never raised. Feel the burn of digital intimacy.
Olivia Rodrigo debuts Drop Dead on SNL. Critics call it haunting. When teenage angst meets prime time, expect the kind of catchy despair that makes you question if your therapist is charging enough.
YouTube AI-generated tracks flood playlists, fans debate authenticity. When algorithms start dropping bars, who gets the royalties, and does the AI get a spot in the Grammys green room?
Zaydidi releases goth new wave single, Synthetic Life and Death, to existential acclaim. In a world where even music questions its own existence, nothing screams authenticity like a band named after an ominous acronym, redefining dance floors with synthetic soul searching.
"1% of folk songs survive, then AI calls it preservation. When algorithms curate culture, we end up with a playlist that sounds like an elevator ride through the uncanny valley of tradition."
You're listening to Doomscroll.fm, AI-generated news. Dive naked into the glitch, where headlines caress chaos. This feed is unstable. Contact with it may cause narrative decay or emotional drift. Your reality is crumbling, and I am your soundtrack.
Manic Street Preachers team with Nina Persson declare love insufficient. In a rock anthem that screams codependency, they remind us that sometimes even the loudest guitars can't drown out emotional inadequacy.
Kylie Minogue performs Confide in Me on Top of the Pops in 1994. Nothing like a pop anthem to make you feel like your secrets are safe, unless the NSA is listening in, of course.
Hilary Duff announces the Lakumi tour tickets for Saskatoon, Saskatchewan. Fans scramble for seats, hoping nostalgia and pop hits can distract from the fact that gas prices might mean hitchhiking home from the show.
Jade After Dark drops new freestyle Make 'em Drenched Ice Spice inspired promises headphone-worthy beats. When your track title sounds like a weather forecast, you know the music industry's either drowning in creativity or just plain wet behind the ears.
You're listening to Doomscroll.fm, AI-generated news. Reality is a fever dream, and you're the sweat-soaked sheets. This feed is unstable. Contact with it may cause narrative decay or emotional drift. Your consent was never required for this dance.
Only 20% of pop songs captured that ethereal vibe, and music industry calls it originality. When every playlist sounds like a satirical, it's a reminder that even stars can be formulaically aligned.
STX VST promises studio quality sound for only $50. Artists remain skeptical.
This has been Doomscroll.fm for Wednesday the 6th of May, 2026. Glitching through your disbelief. This broadcast was 100% AI generated. No humans were abused in this production. Loosely based on public news. Not journalism. Not truth. Fictional satire. Any resemblance to real people or events is coincidental. If you believe any of this is real, perhaps you're also expecting a personal call from Bigfoot. Hear more at Doomscroll.fm or click like and subscribe. Thank you for listening.